right, so if you are interested in getting Elementor hosting, you are probably very interested in the performance of Elementor hosting overall, because we have heard this going around that performance is super important when you have an online store or you have a website in general. And let's break this down a little bit. So this is the Elementor hosting landing page, and I will link this in the description below and you can have a look. But I've said this in a previous video, I appreciate the fact that they're not boasting that they're the best in class, but they are the best for the value that they are giving. Maybe they're right. So what you get with Elementor hosting is auto scaling, which is super important, especially if you are ramping up your website in terms of like growing it, and it doesn't crash whenever there's a surge of traffic coming in. That is very good, because that's one of the most important things, having a website uptime of at least 99% of the time. And enterprise CDN, this is as well important. And as they say, Elementor specific optimizations. Let's go down a little bit here. And again, because not everyone understands, and this is not for everyone to not to understand, but to look deeper into this, because if you're not a web designer, all you care is that your website performs. You don't care in what way, or you don't have necessarily the knowledge to know that. So why you should care about performance? Because Google cares about performance, and that means that your website is, if it's performant, it gets a boost in search. Otherwise, your website will be just pushed down as far to the bottom as possible if it's slow. So that also impacts your brand reputation, your conversion, and all that comes with that. Those are three of the most important aspects of having a performant website. Very important. As I said earlier, it's all about the experience. So if you have a lot of traffic coming to your website, that will break your website if your hosting doesn't have auto scaling, which in this case Elementor hosting does have that. So let's say you have a big promo coming in 2 weeks and you're preparing all your marketing and everything all set. You have all your ads ready to go and you have big plans and big goals for that promo, right? So when the day comes and all this traffic is surging to your website, what happens? Your website crashes, because there's no way for your hosting to go bigger and bigger and bigger as the traffic grows bigger and bigger. In the case of Elementor, they have auto scaling, and that would help with the issue. So you would have no problems in scaling when your promo day comes. As I said as well a bit earlier, they have CDN enabled and they can serve your website from, as they say, 3 different locations around the globe. One thing, and this is coming from personal experience, their support is kind of, I wouldn't say fantastic per se, because it's a hit and miss with their knowledge, but I would say 99% of the time they are pretty good. And I've had super fast replies. I'm always so surprised. I'm thinking that I'm gonna wait for a day for a reply, and last week at least I had, I think, 3 tickets where I asked completely different questions, and I had different issues with client websites, my websites, and so on. And the issue was resolved. So the issues were resolved. So that is, from my experience, a plus. As you can see, they're very focused on auto scaling, because they know that this is one of the most important parts of having a website, especially these days when we are so focused on having online businesses and all our promotions are obviously online, directed towards our website. It's extremely important to have auto scaling for your hosting. So Elementor is really focused on that, and I give it to them. That is very good. I really appreciate that, because that keeps your mind at ease, knowing that your website, you will not crash. And especially if you don't have an IT department to back your website in this type of cases, then you are, I'm not gonna say what, but so I think Elementor Hosting might be good. So yeah, if you are considering Elementor Hosting, keep in mind that performance matters, and it seems like Elementor Hosting is and could be a solution for you if you are looking for hosting. So you can easily get started here. You can go with a light version just to try it out, and you can choose the basic, which seems to be the most popular one for one site. All plans are for one site except for the grow plan, which you can choose from 3 to 10 to 30 sites. So yeah, I will leave a link in the description below so you can have a look at the hosting plans that they offer and everything that is included with each plan. And I also will leave a link to this page so you can go a little bit more in depth and read. And if you have questions, please drop your questions in the description below, and I will get back to you with answers if I have them. So if you'd like to see what else you can build with Elementor, watch this playlist here or here. And if you have gotten any value out of this video, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video, and I'll see you next time.